Looks like disclosure day was earlier than we thought.
Literally less than 24 hours later, we're back again.
That was crazy. You just turned around and said, Trump's just released the UFO files.
And we were just editing this like yesterday. And I mean, 10 minutes ago, we were editing disclosure date. So this is it now. Okay. Are we ready?
It better be more than just some fuzzy little...
Fox News alert, the Trump administration releasing the first batch of files related to UFOs and alien life.
So is the truth really out there?
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us live with the details. What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So a White House official left this hard drive on my desk overnight. You can see on it, it says AARO files copy 2 of 3. That is the all domain resolution office copy 2 of 3. This is the first big batch of UFO disclosure ordered by President Trump. Some of the clips and videos on there have popped up different places before. Some of them have not. And we have been going through this all morning and overnight to try to put together some of the best videos so we can all look at this together. This is a world exclusive right here. So let's go to the first clip. Over the skies of the United Arab Emirates in June 2024. An inverted teardrop with a vertically linear trailing mass, as described by the War Department, suspended below. The War Department cannot say for sure what this is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. The next video, over the skies of Iraq, December 2022, moving bottom left to top right of the field of view. All CENTCOM gets from this is an area of contrast. That's what they describe it as. It is officially still listed as an unresolved UAP report. Next video, over the skies of Greece, October 2023. What is described as a small and circular UAP flying near the surface of the ocean towards land. CENTCOM can't tell us what it is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. Within the last 2 minutes, all of these videos have gone live on war.gov/UFO, and a White House official tells Fox First, while past administrations sought to discredit or dissuade the American people, President Trump is focused on providing maximum transparency to the public, who can ultimately make up their own minds about the information contained in these files. And there's also a fresh look at some historical records. There's this from Apollo 17 included in this big document dump. One of the astronauts says, we've got a few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver. The control center says, Roger, understood. Another astronaut says, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there, just bright. It looks like the 4th of July out of Ron's window. Another astronaut says, yes, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments that are tumbling. This exchange has long been dismissed as floating insulation. But now the White House is saying, while this photo has been previously released and discussed by keen observers, there is no consensus about the nature of the anomaly. And this all started, of course, because we asked the president about it in February.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know,
So aliens are real.
well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it.
So the government is trying to answer the question, do aliens exist? And the answer is, they don't know, but in an effort of transparency, they are giving us all of the material that they are working with as they try to answer that question.
All right.
Back to you.
Peter, so many questions. The internet has been ablaze about this for a long time. And one of the things that the unidentified anomalous phenomena people want to know is what the government has collected from belief that these things crashed. There was crash retrieval and that we have some sort of evidence. Is there anything in this batch of released files that would answer that question?
There's nothing in this batch, but we've been told that this is about to become a regular thing because there are hundreds of documents and dozens of pieces of media, videos and photos that are contained on this drive that has just been uploaded to the new website, which is war.gov/UFO. There is nothing like that in this batch, but they are going through and they are working to declassify whatever they can because President Trump told them to. And this is different than when he ordered the Kennedy files to be unclassified and just put everything out all at once. It was millions of pages, a huge file. This is going to come out bit by bit as they work through. And you look, we've got some stuff from Apollo 17. We've got some stuff from a couple months ago. Sure. There's a ton of material, but they want us to know that they are trying to figure this out. They just don't have an answer about whether or not, about what these crafts are.
Peter, what do you think? You're a betting person. Do you think these aliens are friendly? Should we approach them? What do you suggest if we see them?
You hope that they're friendly. I see a lot of people here at the White House, and I think that looks like it might be an alien. And everybody is pretty nice.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We'll see where they go. So
people are fascinated with this. Sean just did a podcast about this, the investigation of Bob Lazar, who talks about S4, and so many people are watching it. It's fascinating. But does this pose a national security risk? Our adversaries, because the concern is revealing military capabilities to our adversaries like China and to Russia.
Well, that's exactly it. We don't know what these things are. But so as a reporter in D.C., in the past 2 years, I've covered the House committee. Remember, they have a UAP committee headed up by Paulina Luna, as well as Congressman Tim Burchett. And both of those two have really been forthcoming in the media in recent weeks, saying that it's going to be shocking. Luna saying that she's seen things that are not human, but she can't explain. It's classified. She can't say it, and so it's only whetted the appetite of people that want to, talk about it. But one thing's for sure is that with that committee, particularly with whistleblowers, you've had a number of pilots and Navy captains that have seen things and recorded things, and that's the stuff that they want out.
Right. It got Burchett onto Joe Rogan's podcast because he said all that's crazy stuff.
And Brian, don't call them UFOs anymore.
What are they called?
They're UAPs.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. What's your guys' thoughts?
They're literally just...
I mean, Trump seems to be like losing his popularity and wants to be popular again, doing something. Yeah, this is what I think. I think he's trying to do something that gets his popularity back. He's saying that, no one's ever released any information, so he wants to be the one to go down in history to release something like that. But didn't release something. I'll show you in a minute while you guys give your opinion. What people, not government, have recorded is a lot more than this. This just looks like a tiny little dot on the screen. I mean, this is great. Again, distraction to not talk about eating babies and all of that, but because they haven't really given us anything. Like, this is just like a dot on the screen. I mean, I could make that up and say, just because it's governed from the government, you believe it. If anybody else online released that, you'd be like, come on.
It's just also funny how similar they all are, because I thought they all looked pretty similar. They all look like the same thing, to be fair.
Yeah. I think it's also because the army, they know all the stats and speeds and stuff that normal civilians don't actually know. And they know, like, that thing is moving too fast for a normal human to be able to move inside of. And then it's the directions, like, when it's going, like, super, super fast, and then it just goes left all of a sudden, and then it goes the other way. It's like, there's no man-made craft that is actually capable of going in the direction at those speeds without, like, turning or damaging the human body. But again, it's just like, I mean, do you have lizard people?
I thought they were going to give us like some lizard people, but this is just a dot. Sam, are you disappointed what they gave us?
No, I kind of knew like the news isn't really going to be giving you much.
The proper real.
So is this the real disclosure date, or is this like the
I don't think this is the ultimate disclosure date, because
are they laying us
how
down?
Is that going to stop, like, when they're gathering the pastors together to be like, be careful about what you tell your people, because this is going to stop people believing in Jesus. Like, how is that going to stop people believing in anything? And they'll just be like, it's some charity balloon that's got lost, and this released 1,000 balloons. It's like, it's just blowing in the wind.
I think I kind of expected, like, Trump to kind of give some sort of speech as well if they were releasing.
Yeah.
Like, seriously like that, not just drop couple of videos to like some, some agencies.
Yeah, I think the way he always addresses it, he's always like, we're going to release some stuff that a lot of people are going to find it interesting.
And look,
I don't find it interesting because it's a little dot on the screen.
Look, I wasn't going to release them, but I'm a good man, so I'm going to release them. So, I mean,
I do think that there's more to come. Like when they start showing some weird actual beings that they've got, which is most likely probably dark spirits or, fallen angels, sort of demon presences.
This footage, all of it, could have been done by AI, right? If we're talking about what's made by AI, and I don't know if this, what you're about to see, is AI or not. It feels a bit random, but check this out. I don't know if you've seen this. Have you heard this? Case 058 Convergent Beam Event?
No.
No.
What the heck?
Watch this.
The hell?
Ah, this is fake. Like Darth Maul having a party.
Where is this supposed to be? Do you know?
I don't know.
Stockton.
This is one. Look,
It's the red light district.
a different one.
A different one. Some guys sort of discovered. Oh, that is weird, actually.
It's actually weird. Why
I
does
mean,
that
look,
look like
I don't know if this is AI, but I don't know what this is.
almost look like a creature there, the way it walked, that went across.
Some guys discovered Skydance.
Are these some lasers someone's playing with? Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. And then
Okay.
watch this one.
Ah, this is a joke. This has to be a joke.
Yeah, that's definitely that. This can't be real.
It's probably a film set.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was about to say.
Look at the
it
paint
looks
on
like
his
a
face.
film set.
But like, if you're giving us something, whatever those lasers were, that feels a bit more like, whoa, what's going on? Because they weren't really giving us anything. And is this the disclosure date?
No.
I mean,
They're going to be releasing the files slowly and slowly. You know how they did with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff? They like released like so many, and then all of a sudden they just went bang, 3 million pages.
So that people start conversations already
Yeah.
about it, kind of ramping it up.
Yeah, I think this is how they're going to do it. They sort of release it so that the whole excitement dies off. And then everyone's like, oh, they didn't show anything. So when they say, oh, we're going to release more now. And then everyone's going to be like, oh, the first time was no big deal. I'm not going to look through it. And then they're going to release so many. There's going to be so much to look through. Like the Jeffrey Epstein files. It's like, oh, I can't be bothered looking through 3 million files.
I mean, I hope it's not all just like transports like that, because I would like to see some actual like aliens.
Yeah, I mean,
because if it's all like things
why
like
is
that,
it
then
so
it's not really confirming that there's
why is it
aliens.
classified files if there's no like actual beings? You can
Exactly.
prove something. Like, for all I know, it's just some sort of Chinese drone you can buy on Temu.
Literally. Sure.
But the velocity stuff, the actual speeds and all that, that can't actually be faked.
Yeah, well, they didn't show any of that. There was no pilot explaining anything. This was just some random dots, right? Because, like, I think this is not anything that we haven't seen before, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we've seen it. They've already spoke about it.
I think it was
the Spielberg movie's going to be bad.
I think Jake Paul asked Trump when he was doing his running for the office again, hey, what about aliens? And Trump was like, I don't know. Can't say anything. So then now give us this. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
it's
a bit
like
disappointed.
a couple of months ago when they asked him, when Barack Obama was talking about it, and they asked him about it. When they asked Trump about it, he seemed like he didn't really want to talk about it. But then a couple of months later, he wants to release some.
Well, this
files.
is, if Iran war is not happening anymore in terms of talk and to distract us from Epstein files, then he
This
gave
is
us
the next one.
aliens.